Welcome to all of you, parents, family members, friends, educators, collaborating partners, and DH employees. I'm so excited to see all of you here to celebrate with our interns on their accomplishments this year. I'm Kathleen McLean. I'm the program coordinator and instructor for Project Search at Dartmouth-Hitchcock. This year, Project Search at Dartmouth-Hitchcock is proud to present the class of 2019, which are now part of almost 60 individuals that have successfully completed this program over the past 8 years. Some of you may not know this, but Project Search is an international program with 615 sites around the world, and it is now in 47 states. I am proud to be part of this amazing program. As many of you know, the end goal for every intern is to obtain at least 16 hours of competitive employment. We are proud to say that at Dartmouth-Hitchcock, we have received awards from the National Office for obtaining 75 to 100% employment every year for 6 out of 7 years. Success of this program is because of teamwork and collaboration. I would like to take a few minutes to recognize and thank some of the people that are involved. A group that is instrumental in the operation of this program is our partners on the steering committee. They are representatives from New Hampshire and Vermont VR, Lincoln Street Inc., Dartmouth-Hitchcock, and the Hartford School District. I thank you for providing us with the resources and support that we need throughout the year. Please stand to be recognized. In addition to our steering committee, there are many individuals from area businesses and agencies that work together to make this program a success. One of these groups consists of several professionals from the community that volunteer their time on our business advisory committee. They provide us with their expertise, insight, and leads on employment in the Upper Valley. We thank you for your time and dedication. Please check out your programs to see all that are involved on that committee. Could these members please stand to be recognized? Finally, I want to give a special thanks to 3 people that I worked closely with during the year. For the past few years, we've been fortunate to have Eric Dixon as our business liaison. Eric has proven to be a wonderful advocate and supporter of Project Search. He has opened up opportunities both inside and outside the hospital for the interns. Thank you, Eric, and I look forward to another year. In addition, I want to thank Rhonda Keenan and Krista Harris from Lincoln Street Inc. Rhonda and I met for the first time 5 years ago at the National Conference in Omaha, Nebraska. Yes, the Cornhusker State. It was over 100 degrees, so it was definitely memorable. We were both part of a new Project Search team at Dartmouth-Hitchcock. Together, we have helped over 35 people successfully complete the program and obtain employment. This year, we welcomed Krista Harris to our team as a skills trainer and job coach. We are so happy to have her on board. She's been a great addition to the team. I couldn't do all that needs to be done for this program without both of them. Thanks to both of you for your support that you have provided to the interns and me this year. When I look around the room, I'm always reminded that there are so many people that are involved with this program that I work directly and indirectly with every day. The interns' success is due to the efforts of so many, but especially their families, friends, and educators that have supported them throughout the years. I applaud you for the love and support that you have given our interns throughout this journey. Thank you. Now I have the pleasure to introduce the organization keynote speaker, Carol Majewski. She is the Associate Chief Quality Officer for Patient Experience at Dartmouth-Hitchcock.
Good afternoon. So let me start by congratulating our graduates, Tyler, Savannah, Zachary, Olivia, Darius, and Tatiana. You have so many reasons to feel proud and excited today, and I'm very honored to have been invited to join in your celebration. When I was asked to speak, I felt a bit overwhelmed and uncertain. What could I say to you? What would have meaning? And as I thought more and more about it, I realized that I had an opportunity to be a voice for so many of our DH team members to say thank you to each of you. We owe you a big thank you. Now, why would I say thank you to Project Search interns? So let me tell you. You have been unwavering role models and ambassadors for our Dartmouth-Hitchcock values. In September and October, I've seen you practicing and developing your warm and friendly greetings, making eye contact not only with patients and families, but with everyone who works here at Dartmouth. You embrace teamwork, and you partner with your Dartmouth-Hitchcock colleagues to get the job done every time. When we talk about values of service excellence and teamwork, you live them every day. Role models are important. We all need someone who can show us how it's done. So thank you for being role models for customer service and teamwork. You aspire to excellence. One of my favorite quotes is, if you can't do great things, do small things in a great way. Don't wait for great opportunities. Seize common, everyday ones and make them great. Now, there are some people here who are working on great things. We have researchers tackling health problems like cancer, epilepsy, and heart disease. Yet we have thousands of colleagues coming through our doors to work every day, focused on doing small things in a great way, and we're making a difference. I've seen your attention to detail, to ensuring the job is well done. I've seen your helpfulness to a patient or family member that you may think seems small and not worthy of mentioning. But it is. Thank you for every small thing that you did in a great way, because we are a better organization for it. Also, thank you for choosing to be in the Project Search program at Dartmouth. We're an academic medical center. We take pride in our mission to educate caregivers for the future. Sometimes we think about that through the lens of teaching doctors and nurses. But when we look at the bigger picture, the opportunity to help educate members of our community so they can be independent, self-supporting, and making valuable contributions for the health and wellness of our patients and families, we are truly transforming how we deliver care here. So thank you for being our role models and mentors for excellence. Thank you for pushing us to take on a bigger role in our academic mission. And most importantly, thank you for teaching us the value of every contribution towards our vision. Together, you and Dartmouth-Hitchcock providers and staff are creating a health system that cares for its patients, its families, and its community. So thank you. You are awesome.
Now I'd like to introduce our next speaker, and she's one of our BAC members. Her name is Amanda Moore. She is the Weber Business Account Manager from Creative Workforce Solutions.
Good afternoon. Thank you guys so much for having me. I'd like to start by congratulating this year's graduates, of course. You should be extremely proud of your hard work and accomplishments during your time in this program. As Kathleen said, I'm the Business Account Manager for Creative Workforce Solutions. I work for Weber, Vermont Association of Business, Industry, and Rehabilitation, and alongside the state of Vermont to help connect local employers with stellar candidates that might otherwise be overlooked, people with disabilities and barriers to employment. My job consists of creating relationships with businesses to learn more about their workforce needs, what current openings they have, where they see the most turnover, what skills qualifications are needed in order to be successful, and so forth. And then I share that information with all of our CWS partners to find a candidate that will be a good match for that employer. Essentially, I'm a glorified employment matchmaker. These partner agencies of Creative Workforce Solutions consist of organizations which assist people with finding and or maintaining employment. Our local partners in this region include, but are not limited to, Project Search, of course, Vocational Rehabilitation, Lincoln Street, Veterans Inc., HCRS, Upper Valley Services, the Clara Martin Center, Vermont Department of Labor, Hartford Area Career and Technical Center, Hartford Restorative Justice, and the Reach Up team through Vermont Economic Services, to name a few. About a decade ago, the state realized that all of these partners were doing very similar work, but operating in silos, essentially all putting in a lot of effort to connect and outreach to our local employers. Thus, Creative Workforce Solutions was born, so that we could all start collaborating in a more efficient and organized manner. We share information, employment opportunities, training programs, education resources, employer connections, and so forth, and work together to creatively address workforce issues in our local regions. Instead of each of these partners spending 10 plus hours per week hitting the pavement doing outreach, we can all spend an hour or two, come together, share what we found and the connections we've made, and come back with 30 cumulative hours of knowledge just from that one meeting. Additionally, employers love CWS. We're a completely free, no-fuss service that successfully helps to meet their workforce needs. Instead of being bombarded by 20 different agencies all looking for the same thing, an employer can talk to one person, let me know what they're looking for, and I can share information with all of those partners. Pre-screen applicants based on qualifications and required skill levels, and present the employer with ideal candidates. It's a very smart system that gets some incredible results. What's not to like? My role within CWS is what led me to joining the Project Search Business Advisory Committee. This group of representatives from area agencies and employers often functions in a very similar manner to CWS, especially toward the end of the year when we begin looking at career placements for the graduates. Different industries are represented on the council, allowing us to better understand how to best plan for each candidate's transition from this program into their desired field. In using employer relationships that have been established through this work, we are able to find a more diverse array of opportunities that match the skill level, interests, and aptitudes of the graduates. We have many employers who recognize the rigorousness, breadth, and scope of the Project Search program. Thus, these employers will often give preference to candidates who have successfully completed this program, understanding that the critical and transferable skills these participants have developed during their year here give them a leg up on the competition and demonstrate to that company the determination, reliability, and hard work required to graduate from Project Search. Our local employers are starting to catch on to the fact that a more diverse workforce, specifically including those with disabilities and barriers, leads to higher profits and more general success for that company. In fact, in a recent article which compiled data on disability inclusion, researchers found that companies with such inclusive hiring practices actually achieved an average of 28% higher revenue, 30% greater economic profit margins, and twice the net income of their industry peers. Plus, they had a higher shareholder return within their peer groups. Thus, hiring individuals with disabilities doesn't just make sense from an ethical standpoint, it's also a very wise business practice. Many employers have recently asked me, why is this the case? What is it about hiring people with disabilities that leads to such success? Going back to that same research, we find that rather than signifying a potential weakness or limitation, those who have had to adapt and overcome such challenges often prove to be the most positive, determined, and hardworking employees. Furthermore, such inclusivity practices can improve company morale and corporate culture more broadly, which we often also see anecdotally in numerous successful placements we've made over the years. When someone puts in the hard work needed to seek out support services, complete rigorous programs such as Project Search, and overcome barriers related to disability, that person inherently makes a well-rounded, prepared, and loyal employee. The success of Project Search goes even further beyond statistics and anecdotes. Last fall, CWS was proud to recognize this program when it was nominated and selected as a recipient of the 2018 Governor's Committee on the Employment of People with Disabilities Spirit of the ADA Award, clearly highlighting this team's commitment to educating and training participants in such a way that elevates them to a skill level that coincides with our local workforce needs. Balancing those successful outcomes with the accommodating, carefully crafted, individualized support methods the Project Search staff provide for all participants is undoubtedly the secret to this program's powerful achievements over the years. I am so impressed by the tremendous accomplishments of these graduates, the staff's commitment to the fulfillment of their goals, and DHMC's continued collaboration in support of this program. Not only does Project Search contribute to local workforce development and benefit the community at large, it also, most importantly, gives the participants, like this year's incredible graduates, the opportunity to cultivate their already remarkable potential in a way that respects their abilities, talents, and individuality. I am so grateful for the opportunity to be a part of the Business Advisory Committee and have a front row seat to all this awesome amazingness. Congratulations to the Project Search class of 2019.
So interns, we're going to get ready for the rose ceremony. So if you guys can stand up, and Rhonda and Crystal will bring your flowers to you. So at this point, our interns want to thank someone who has made a difference in their life, has been their cheerleader, their champion. So they all are going to come into the audience and give that to different people. So at this point, the interns are going to do a speech in front of all of you. So the first one to start is Tyler Anderson.
I am Tyler Anderson. I wonder what tomorrow holds. I hear people say my name a lot. I see people come to me and say thank you for your help. I want to be happy working at the movie theater. I am a Project Search intern. I pretend that dinosaurs are still alive. I feel brave when I take the bus to work. I love working at the gift shop at the hospital. It was fun. I worry I can't draw. I cried because I have to say goodbye to Kathleen and Krista and Rhonda. I am a Project Search intern. I understand Tatiana will never give up playing Uno. I say funny things to people to make them happy. I dream about Godzilla. I try to not talk a lot at work. I hope to get to see my new movie, which I did. I am a Project Search intern.
Hi, my name is Tatiana. I'm from Windsor, Vermont. Last year, I remember meeting with Miss Sterling at Windsor High School to talk about Project Search. I didn't want to come here because I didn't want to work at a hospital. Who knew that now I'm applying to jobs at hospitals, nursing homes, and in the medical field. Since I began Project Search, I have learned the importance of saving money, knowing how to do banking. Also, I got really good at taking the bus. I even learned how to transfer from the blue to the orange line. I've liked having the independence so much that I'm now working on getting my driver's license. My first internship was a split day. I worked in the blood bank in the morning and one east in the afternoon. In the blood bank, I had to take inventory of cryo, plasma, hemophilia products. I also had to prepare the OR samples every day. It was really busy at times because while working here, I was responding to pages from the cancer center. Thank you, Terry, and the other blood bank staff. I enjoyed working with you. In the afternoon, I was headed to 1 East to work with the USAs. 1 East is located in the inpatient towers where there are 4 pods. I was responsible for collecting dirty linen, stocking blanket warmers, med cards, glucometers, and I also checked patient charts, binders, and assisted with discharges. Thank you, Kathy, Melissa, and Laura for working with me, and Michelle for providing this opportunity. My second internship was in perioperative. What I found is being vertically challenged made cleaning the overhead lights in the ORs hard. One day I thought about wearing my 3-inch heels, but that might have made walking a little bit difficult. I learned in this internship the importance of teamwork, having attention to detail, working together as a team, turning over rooms quickly. I really liked working with everyone in this department and wanted to thank Verona for mentoring me. My last internship has been in general internal medicine. I have worked closely with Monica and wanted to thank her for sharing her knowledge, being patient with me while I was learning, and her friendship. I was trained on how to use on-base EDH. Using these programs, I would look up patient medical record numbers for doctors and nurses. I also learned how to use a fax machine and was surprised that you could both send and receive faxes. I wanted to thank everyone in this department for including me in their festivities and making me feel welcomed. I'm happy I came to Project Search because I would have made so many good friends. I learned that there is so much out there beyond being a vet tech. In the next few years, I am interested in being trained as an occupational therapy assistant. There's so much to look forward to, and I can't wait to begin working in my first paying job. Just remember, like Walt Disney said, all our dreams can come true if you have the courage to pursue them. Thank you.
I am Zachary. I wonder what I will do at work. I hear country music. I see my friends. I want to be more independent. I am a search intern. I pretend I am driving a pickup truck. I feel nervous about graduation. I love my family. I worry about the future. I cried when I think about my grandfather. I am a product search intern. I understand what it means to be helpful. I say keep on trying and don't give up. My dream is about my job at Hannaford's. I try to be more friendly. I hope to be my own. I am a product search intern.
I am Olivia. I wonder if I'll ever get a partner. I hear all kinds of music in my head. I see people everywhere. I want to do well at my job as an event specialist. I am a project search intern. I pretend that I am Freddie Mercury. I feel loved when I am with my family. I love myself. I worry about the future. I cry when I don't get my way. I am a project search intern. I understand you have to work hard to get to your goals. I say you can do this. I dream that I live in the countryside and have my own horses. I try to make an effort in everything I do. I hope I like my job at BJ's. I am a project search intern.
Hi, my name is Darius Vanilla. I'm from Chelsea, Vermont. When Amanda from CWS and Sam from Voc Rehab started telling me about Project Search, I was feeling hesitant to go because I didn't know what to expect. I'm glad I came here because I had some really interesting internships. I never thought I would have the opportunity to work around patients and observe some pretty cool stuff that the X-ray techs do. I bet you are curious to hear some of these things that I've done. In my first internship in transportation, I had to move equipment to the inpatient towers, ICUs, and the PICU. After a few weeks, I was assigned to work with Alex, one of the patient transporters. We worked as a team, and I was able to gain experience and practice my communication skills with the patients. I even got to see how they handled a code white. I enjoyed working with Alex and the rest of the transportation team. My next rotation was in radiology, which is an area that I've always wanted to work in. I was happy to hear that I was the first intern to work in this department. I was able to observe and shadow many of the radiology technicians. Probably the coolest thing I saw was an upper GI. I couldn't believe that they take still pictures and videos at the same time of a person swallowing. In this rotation, I was responsible for stocking the linen carts, turning over X-ray rooms, escorting patients to the changing area, and giving them directions on what to wear. I want to thank Chad and Heidi for giving me this experience. I liked working with Nancy, the X-ray technicians, and the front desk staff. Everyone made me feel welcome. My last internship has been in CSR. How many of you know what those letters mean? Well, when I came to the program, I had no clue what this meant. It is central sterile reprocessing. I helped with unloading case cards and equipment from the sanitizing washers on the clean side. I would dry them and put them back on the shelf to be used in the operating rooms. I did get a chance to help on the dirty side too with Megan. We worked together to unload the elevator, which had dirty tools and equipment that came directly from the operating rooms. We would then record it into the computer and bring it to the other techs to clean. Thank you, Tom, Sarah, and Megan, for all your support. I enjoyed working with you. There are many things that I've accomplished since coming here. One of the big ones is learning the bus route from Dartmouth-Hitchcock to my home. I really like doing this independently, and it means that I can get myself home. I would like to end my speech with a quote by George Santayana. Knowledge of what is possible is the beginning of happiness. Thank you.
I am Savannah. I wonder how it feels to be able to drive around by yourself. I hear my pager going off from the cancer center. I see people every day. I want to thank the CSR department for making my dream come true. I am a Parkinson's intern. I pretend that I live in the South where the weather is warm. I feel loved by my family. I love that I had the opportunity to be in Parkinson's and have all of these internships that were amazing. I worried that I would not get employed. I cry when my grandparents go south. I am a Parkinson's intern. I understand that you need to work hard to reach your goal. I say sorry all the time, even though I don't know why I'm saying it. It happens. I dream that I will get my license and a blue car to drive around someday. I try to do the best that I can. I hope that I do well in my new job at DA's. I am a Parkinson's intern.
So at this point, we like to recognize different internships and individuals for kind of going above and beyond. And one of the awards that we give is the Blake Award of Excellence. Unfortunately, Dr. Blake was not able to make it today. He was sad to not be here. This is his first graduation that he has missed for personal reasons. So there are 2 awards that we present, and the Blake Award of Excellence is being presented to the Food and Nutrition Department. You have exceeded expectations in the area of dedication to this program and to individual interns. You've created internship and job opportunities that have allowed the interns to grow and expand their skill set. We now have 3 areas that are active internships with food and nutrition. One is dietary services, another is the front of the house in the main cafeteria as a cashier and server, and another is a dishwasher. Over the years, this department has hired several of our graduates. They're in the back of the house as a dishwasher, oops, page 2. Front of the house, stocking and cleaning, and another as a cashier server, and one in the East Mall Cafe. We would like to thank Deb Keene, Elaine Churchill, Laura Holland, and Jaime Gutzman, and the food service staff for all their support over the past 8 years. Can you please come up and get your award? Okay, another award that we have is for an individual. It is called the Dave Evanstich Visionary Award. The person that is getting it is probably wondering why they're not standing up here with us. So, this next award is presented in memory of a man who had the vision to bring Project Search to Dartmouth-Hitchcock. Dave Evanstich, the late Vice President of Public Affairs and Marketing, was instrumental with pulling the first Project Search planning team together. The Dave Evanstich Visionary Award is for a Project Search supporter that sees beyond first impressions, does not see disabilities, but what is possible both now and in the future. Through this vision, Project Search supporters receiving this award have provided the interns with guidance and opportunities to challenge themselves. I'd like to present this award to our business liaison. Oh God, I'm getting teary. Eric Dixon. He has been he's been instrumental on helping this program grow over the past few years. He has collaborated with the PS staff on presentations at the national conferences. He has been instrumental in bringing together the business liaisons, both in Vermont and New Hampshire. Eric has been a great support to the interns and our staff, and we thank you for all that you do for us. We have 3 brand new internship sites this year, and we want to recognize those people. And we have an award for them, and we hope that you display it proudly so that everybody can see that you are supporting Project Search and that you are one of our internship sites. So the first one is Dario had expressed an interest in radiology, as you heard from his speech, early on. And with the help of Eric Dixon, Chad Connell, and Heidi Nystrom, we were able to give him an internship in that department. In addition to helping out in this area, both Dario and Olivia had the chance to work with patients, escorting them to the changing rooms, observe procedures, and shadow X-ray technicians. Thanks to Nancy, the X-ray techs, and the front desk staff for all of your support. If you could please come up and get the Star Award. Olivia? When Rhonda and I approached Deb Keene and Elaine Churchill about a possible internship in the dish room for Zachary, they were on board to give him this experience. They were open and flexible to meet the intern's needs and interests. This has been a great experience for Zach, and we thank you for all the support you and your staff provided him. Site was with 1 East. Our interns were working with the unit support assistants. Thanks to Michelle Stavseth and the USAs, 2 of the interns, Savannah and Tatiana, learned firsthand what it would be like to work in an inpatient area. It was a great fit because both of these interns had the attention to detail and organizational skills necessary to be successful in this site. So we do want to say to the internship sites that we appreciate and are thankful for all the support that our interns have received in their internships. You should be proud that through your mentoring, our interns are being successfully employed and able to transfer the skills and knowledge that they have learned from all of you through your guidance and support. We have an internship site in the blood bank that Tatiana and Savannah were a part of. Central Sterile Reprocessing, Savannah and Dario were in there. The gift shop at Dartmouth-Hitchcock, Tyler Anderson was a part of that. Environmental services, Zachary worked both in housekeeping and waste management. We had interns throughout food and nutrition. We had them in dietary services, which is Laura's area, and the dish room. Gastroenterology, Savannah worked there. General internal medicine, Tatiana worked there. And inpatient nursing, Tatiana and Savannah both worked in that area. Ophthalmology was Olivia. Pediatrics was Olivia. Perioperative, Tatiana. Radiology, Olivia and Dario. And the supply chain transportation area, both Tyler and Dario worked in those areas. Could the hospital staff that have worked with our interns this year please stand and be recognized? This is the time that many of the interns have been anticipating. This year's class has touched so many hearts within the hospital. They have made some special friendships both in the program and in their internship sites. And I foresee great things for all of you. We're going to have them wait over there. And then in a minute, I'm going to invite the educators that brought diplomas for the interns, because several of our interns are graduating from high school at the same time. So I kind of want to go over, where are these guys going? Some of them have shared already where they're going. Some of the families might be really surprised to hear what we have to say tonight. I'm not sure if your intern has been able to touch base with you, but we have 2 people that got hired about, I don't know, one was probably an hour ago, and another one was probably 2 hours ago. So we are excited to share that every single person in this class has been employed. As Savannah mentioned, she'll be joining the Dartmouth-Hitchcock family working in CSR. Mind you, after her internship there, she expressed that this was her dream job, and she got it. So we're really proud of her. was the first to be employed. He too got his dream job working in a local movie theater. And he was able to see Godzilla, probably the first showing. Zachary will be working close to home at Hannaford's in Bradford, Vermont. Olivia can be found at BJ's in West Lebanon using her interpersonal skills selling products for advanced marketing solutions. And just so you know, what I have here is not what I'm going to say because I was going to call out the two groups that we were waiting for answers from, but I won't do that to you now. So we just found out that Tatiana has been hired by Dartmouth-Hitchcock to work in the outpatient surgery center in the perioperative department. And Darius Spinella has also been hired by Hypertherm here in Lebanon. He is going to be working, I believe, on a production line, operating a machine there. So several of the interns, as I mentioned, in addition to receiving a certificate of completion from Project Search, they're also getting their high school diplomas. At this time, I would like to invite educators from the sending schools to join me to present their students with their diplomas. We will first be giving them their certificate. They'll kind of go through a line, and if you guys can stand over here, that'd be great. Congratulations. Savannah's been waiting for this diploma. All right. Dario? Congratulations. Thank you. Olivia? Congratulations. Come this way. Zachary? Congratulations. Thank you. Do you want to go in front? Tatiana? Congratulations. Good job. And Tyler. Congratulations, interns. We're so proud of you. You guys worked really hard this year, and you rocked it. Yep, you've gotten some amazing jobs and opportunities. I hope that you also are proud of your accomplishments. I hope so. And please don't be a stranger and stay in touch with us. We want to know what you're up to. Some of you we might see more because you're here on campus, but the rest of you, please stay in touch. So the interns had to write letters to the incoming class for next year and provide them with advice on what it takes to be a successful intern. And I wanted to share some of this with you. So their advice to the incoming class is to have fun, be nice, it will push you, be happy, work hard, follow directions, and get to work on time. Believe in yourself and try the best that you can. I don't know if you guys agree with me, but the advice that the interns are giving to this incoming class, I think that we all can benefit from. Nice job, guys. So one of the gifts that the interns have received comes from Dartmouth-Hitchcock. It is a book, and I have it right here. It is called Reach for the Stars and Other Advice for Life's Journey by Serge Bloch. We had many of you in the hospital sign these, but unfortunately I wasn't able to get everyone. So when you're out there congratulating the interns, feel free to ask them to see their book, and you can write them a little message in there. We're using it like a autograph book where you can write anywhere in the book you want. So I do want to take this time to thank a few people for their donations. I want to thank Marcia Goulart from New London Hospital for donating the flowers from the Garden of Eden in Lebanon. The Garden of Eden also donated some flowers for this event. Matt McKinney of Hypertherm for the cake and water from BJ's. Eric Dixon and Dartmouth-Hitchcock for the paper goods. And the gift shop at Dartmouth-Hitchcock for taking care of the balloons for us. Every year, Conference Services helps us to get the room set up. And we want to thank Kathy, Rick, and Andy for getting this all ready for today's event. We also want to, I want to give a special thanks to Andy Hamill for recording the graduation every year and putting up with my spoofs, I guess. And to Tracy Ruggles for taking photographs of us today. So we would like to invite you all to stay, celebrate, and congratulate the interns on all that they have accomplished this year. They'll be standing outside this room to greet you. It would be appreciated if you can wait until the interns have left the room so they can get in place before exiting. Thank you for coming, and please help yourself to some cake.